Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time, whatever time it is on the eastern side of the United States. It's Thursday, and that means it must be time for the morning build. How's everybody doing out there? Reggie, what's going on, dude? Foreigner? Excellent. Nice to see you both. Wow, well, it's been quite a week, hasn't it? We've gotten some crazy news about Abo and WAF. We have our Basil Brick Pace event that's been running, the end of the Master Wu 6-star event that concluded several days ago. We have a new character coming up in his own Master event requiring all of your space minifigures, and somewhere along the line, maybe a month from now, maybe more, we might get some raids in this game. So what is everybody working on right now? Is everybody looking forward to unlocking the ghost? Per the description for the video today, what I want to know from you is all of your theory crafting ideas for how to use the ghost. What are the other 4 characters on the team? Does it include Basil and Willa? Do you have Basil and Willa? And if not, are you going to be using the ghost anyway and in some different team, and with which set? Are you going to go after the magic team that I suggested with Magisto's Tower with Basil, Willa, Magisto, Wu, and Venkman? Perhaps the ghost goes in that slot instead of Venkman? Who knows? I want to hear from you what it is that you are working on as we get into our morning build today. Camlin, what's up, bro? How is it going? All right. Now, we start off every morning by spending all of our excess energy when we wake up. Before we go. Wham! Nailed it. Anyway, we're going to come in here and look at, I only need 1 piece of gear left for Commander Cold. I'm going to need, what is this? 16 plus 25, right? Yeah, I'm going to need 41 fancy binoculars 3 in order to make this whole thing happen. So let's make sure that we have all the rest of the stuff that we need first, including 16 fancy chops. I'm looking for something that requires me to use glyph hunt energy actually right now. And I think that that's actually just going to be the fancy binoculars that requires that. The pizza? Aha! Pizza, also glyph hunt. So we're going to actually come in here. First, we're going to get some extra energy, and we're going to use it on the second set of Commander Cold's tiles. Star up. Thanks, Foreigner. You like that wham pun? Oh man. Is it that I'm old enough to know who Wham is, or is it that I'm cool enough to know who Wham is? That's the real question. I'm not sure that there's a right answer, to be completely honest with you, but I'm gonna go with cool because I like me, and I think I'm cool. I might be the only one, but that's how it works to begin with. And then I have to convince all of you guys. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. All right. We're going to get our extra 50 energy. We're going to use it all in glyph hunts for this pizza. I am actually going to use it after I open a bag, because then I get another 100 energy. I'm just going to use all of it at once to get as many of these pizzas as I can get. I need 25 of them, so it's no small task. All right, we got 100 gems here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get both of my monolith waste energen gens, and then I'm going to go in ahead and get my 100 gem event energy. Here is the pool that I am working on today. Let's go ahead and go into the shop, make all of these excess purchases, open these bags for the morning. A regular goodie bag, a regular cheap goodie bag comes in and gives us 1 Liquay tile, garbage, but whatever. And then our daily goodie bag. Come on, daily goodie bag. Give me something goody bag. It is 7 crash test dummy tiles. Well, I do still not have the crash test dummy at 7 stars, so I'll take it for the moment. Coming into the general store, let's go ahead and buy all of these little cheapo things here at the top. We have over 3 million coins, saving them all, as I hope the rest of you are, for the Peg Legs treasure event that is coming up soon, or should be coming up soon. They gave us a schedule of all these things, and as many of you know, they then broke that schedule to put a random money bags event in the middle of things. What was that, last week that they did that? Having everybody just be super confused about what it is that they're trying to accomplish here. But I digress. I'm finishing out Miner Clay from the guild store because I just need something to use guild store currency on, so as not to confuse any of you guys. Miner Clay gives grit up to the rest of your team, which might still come into play if they ever release to us a formula for how grit actually works. Otherwise, we don't know, right? The fire station relies on people resisting effects, so I'm getting Miner Clay in case at some point in the future I want to re-evaluate the city situation. At the moment, though, I'm not actually doing that. I'm just getting ready for it, right? Okay, some extra energy for the morning, some extra monolith energy for the morning. Look at all of this energy we have to use. It is brilliant, it is beautiful, and it will get us pieces of pizza pie. When Pip Town hits your eye like a big pizza pie, you get 1. And how many are they going to give us? I've got 30 attempts running here. I need 25 pizzas in total for this whole thing. I'm not going to get 25 off of one attempt here, but we'll find out. This is more than I've ever used. Oh my goodness. Look at how long it's taking Gameloft to respond. 30 attempts. Whew! 10. Wow, 10. That's a 33% drop rate. I'll take that. That's awesome. When Pip Town hits your eye like a big pizza pie, you get 11 pizza tiles. And now we come in and finish off all of the rest of the space heroes that are available in the Monolith Waste. JK, you got 0! Boo! Oh, 0, that stinks, man. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get the rest of these reed. How many reed tiles do I need? I've been farming reed. I feel like I've been farming reed forever. Camlin, looking to unlock Ghost with as little investment into Space Tunes as possible. It's not a bad idea, really. Haven't thought much about using him as my spooky team is non-existent other than Basil. Yeah, so right, that is the real trick here. The Ghost has some incredible powers to throw around, but they're really only incredible with the rest of a spooky team. Now, he can do some other cool stuff where he gets very, very hard to kill. He gains some buffs to his dodge chance, his attack, and all that kind of jazz, but those buffs are twice as high if he's on a spooky team as they are on a non-spooky team. So you have to wonder if on a non-spooky team, if there's actually just not some better characters to use. Plus, I don't know how many people actually have a full spooky team, and no one's really clear on how effective a full spooky team would be. If you're going to run a full spooky team, you're looking at Basil and Willa, because without them, what are you doing, right? You gotta have Basil and Willa. That's number 1. But then after that, you've got the zombie and the spooky girl and the ghost, right? And there's a few other spooky characters that are out there. I think Skeleton Yorick is a spooky character. Ray is a spooky character. Slimer? Is Slimer a spooky character? You guys correct me if he's not. But anyway, that's what's going on out there in the world right now. And it seems like a lot of those team members are somewhat lackluster, right? Skeleton Yorick? Who's got Skeleton Yorick at any useful level? Nobody. The answer is nobody. Unless you wailed for him, in which case, I guess maybe you've been waiting for this opportunity to use him. But then he functions better as like a pirate castle character anyway. So what are you doing there, right? You have more gold than I do, but I have more gems. Extreme? Good on you, bud. I actually spend my gems a lot of the time for the extra money when I need it. And of course, right now, I'm spending, what is it? 100, 200, 300 or so. I'm spending like 300 gems per day to get all of the extra energy for the events and the monolith and the campaign. So don't forget about that. So let's come in here for Basil the Batlord. Finish out getting energy, getting our nodes over here. Come on, give me some Basil tiles, bro. Basil says, all right, 2 more tiles. I need, what, 34 more in order to be able to get him up to 5 stars. Should I want him at 5 stars? It's going to be kind of tight, I think, because there's only, what, 3 days left of the event? Oof. I don't know if I'll be able to get 34 tiles in 3 days. That's kind of a tall order. But we'll see. I probably should have saved all of my event currency until the very end, but I wasn't doing that because I'm silly. So now we come in and get all the more money. More gold for me! And I am sitting pretty in as we get ready to go into our next Moneybags event. I have found, since I swapped to the arena team that I am currently using, that I actually maintain my position overnight much better. Now, I think that also might have something to do with the fact that they've changed out the arena payout times. So not everybody is competing for that arena payout at what used to be, I believe it was, I think it's 8 p.m. my time that my arena payout goes off. And now that not everybody is competing for that, it seems to be working very well. But this little arena team actually keeps much better than when I had Valiant on the team. But I digress. We're going to come in here and we're going to hit Princess Argenta. Why? Exactly why you just saw. Wu gets off his basic attack and then puts Princess Argenta into stealth. This is great because now it allows us the opportunity to just come in here and smash down Redbeard to the best of our ability. So that is exactly what I am going to do. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, what about Valiant's taunt? Nope, it's gone. And now you might be thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, Redbeard is low, but I am going to protect him with Kelvin's damage decrease, so he takes half as much damage as he normally would, as you just saw, giving us enough time to get around to Cookbart's heal, and now everything is hunky-dory, happy, happy, joy, joy, once again. We're going to come in and then use Wu's ultimate because his ultimate comes super fast because Wu is super fast. And then we are going to destroy the Wu on the enemy team. We will follow that up by firing down the Argenta on the enemy team. We're going to go ahead and use Wu's heal here just to make sure that everybody stays nice and in the world of the living. And then we're going to hit the auto battle button because it's now 5-on-2 and there's nothing the enemy can do about us totally trouncing their socks. Massive overkill using Walk the Plank here when Cookbart was already so low, but doesn't really matter. This is why we auto battle, because it doesn't matter. Valiant making a valiant last stand. But he's gone. And we come out for... What do I have left to do? I got all my challenges. I got all of my set Lego brick separators. Wow, I've got 7 brick separators now. And I don't think let's actually go, I'm going to go back into my heroes and double check here. I know that none of the pieces that Commander Cold needs come from sets, but I want to double check what everybody else needs here. No, this one is not going to have any pieces that come from sets, but do I still need skateboards? Yeah. Okay, so I have exactly as many skateboards as I need for a lot of these things, so it looks like I still need the skateboards that come from the El Dorado Fortress. So we're just going to use all of our brick separators there, get as many of them as I can. I always leave 1 brick separator in the bank just in case I fail to get a brick separator for a day for some reason. I don't really know what the reason would be. I've never missed it before, but that's not really the point, right? We're just kind of being safe and careful just in case, for whatever reason, we miss a day. So 6 brick separators used. We got two skateboards. That's actually pretty nice. I want to come in here to the shop once again and go into the event store. I now have 700 event currency. Ooh. Oh, now I see why I wasn't saving the event currency. Okay. I wasn't saving the event currency because I know I want to use it on character tiles, and there's no character tiles in here that I want more than Basil the Batlord. That's why I wasn't saving the event currency. But if you're saving all of your event currency, it's not necessarily a bad idea. Let's just be honest. Extreme. The bronze trophy looks lost with all the gold ones. Which bronze trophy? Where do I have a bronze trophy that looks lost? Oh, in the Basil one? Yeah, well, all I had to do was beat that level and I was never going to farm it again, so I wasn't really that concerned, right? 10 Basil tiles a day, maybe with 2 refreshes of the last hard node. Camlin, I think what's going to throw it off is going to be the amount of tiles that I can buy in the event store. So we'll see. I might just barely miss it, but if that's the case, I think I might be all right. All right. Let's come in here and see. I have managed to beat this before. Let's see if I can do it now that I've beefed up my woo a little bit. So, reminder here, the difficult part about this particular node is everything. Everything is the difficult part about this node. It requires some extremely favorable RNG just to be able to do. We got 0 favorable RNG here at the start. Now, who's going to get a turn before I get a heal up on Argenta? It looks like Lloyd might get a turn. Unless I remove some turn meter from him, but I don't want to remove the turn meter from Lloyd. So, I'm going to put the damage reduction on Dr. Kelvin. We're going to do a basic attack here on the Lloydster. Then we're going to get our heal off on Argenta. Now, I'm going to use my Salty Seas ability as a heal, and I'm going to do that now. So, my team is about as healthy as I could kind of hope for them to be. And now we use Woo's heal, because apparently the trick to this is just staying alive long enough to actually be able to do anything. So now we have some choices here. I'm actually going to go after Garmadon first because I actually have a stun available from my Redbeard. So even if I can't actually kill him, unless of course he dodges, and then the whole thing is garbage. So now we're just trying to see if we can finish it out at all, because, you know, garbage. That stupid dodge mechanic. Anyway. Alright. Let's see if we can take down Kai next. It is going to require that we just get extremely lucky at this point, because this node is stupid and ninjas are stupid and dodge is stupid. Did I mention how much I don't like the dodge mechanic in this game? Anyway, alright. We might be able to win, but it's still going to require that we get lucky because the chances of us actually hitting any of the enemy characters are roughly 10% with all of the dodge thrown in. It is ridiculous. The heal comes out, great, fine, whatever. We try to hit Zane, we hope we hit Zane. We do manage to hit Zane. They're like giving us charity at this point is how it feels. And now we just kind of keep going in the hopes that maybe anything will take. So, now Lloyd is going to counterattack again when he does stuff. So we're going to attack Naya in order to try and prevent that. It's probably a waste of energy, but it is what it is. Everybody's so low on health, I don't think it matters. Yeah. We got close, and then Naya's just gonna cream us. Naya is just going to cream us. And once again, I just simply do not have the patience to deal with all of the dodging to try to complete this node. So I'm just gonna complete the one before it, because This node angers me and it bores me trying it over and over and over again with all of the dodge chance in the game, and their ability to get into complete and utter stealth, and their ability to just totally one-shot all of your characters. It's garbage, it's boring, and that's a problem. Coming into this one over here, we have some, Oh, okay. So my Lloyd still hasn't leveled up yet enough to the level that I want him to before I actually try to redo this node. It is possible that I might be able to complete this node, but it'll just take 45,000 days because tanks and healers do so little damage that, like I mentioned before, I simply don't have the patience for it right now. And so, we move along. Great. Challenge is complete. I believe everything might be complete now except for the second arena battle. Let's just double check all of this. If I can do that second arena battle now, boom, I will. And then we can open an exciting premium bag and then, 22 seconds. Well, we're not going to sit here and wait 22 seconds doing absolutely nothing, are we? No! So, Peg Lake's treasure times 0. Basil the Batlord, I have used all of your energy for the time being. So for those of you who were with me yesterday, you will remember that we were struggling to complete the final node of board number 5 after the second to last node of board number 5 just completely demolished our entire team all by itself because Brigspedition is poorly balanced. But I came in last night after the reset and I was able to complete the final node without any difficulty whatsoever because the collectibles node is really easy because Brigspedition is very poorly balanced. And now we are on board number 6. So, looking through board number 6, what do we have for rewards today? If we get this second node, we can get another fire station tile. We are definitely excited about this. We are going to then come down and it doesn't matter which of these two tiles we try to get because we are already at 7 stars with all these characters. Coming through here, we'll go ahead and get the El Dorado Fortress tile because it's the only one we need that we don't already have. We'll come down and then try to get the Digi J set tile all the way down to Magisto's Tower. How far am I into my achievements? I am 97 out of 100 Magisto tiles into my achievements. That's probably the best way to describe it, right? Is how far along is your Magisto? I need 3 more Magisto tiles in order to get Magisto to 6 stars. That's how far I am in my achievements. Okay, doke. Hopping right in here, we're going to run this team of a morning because I think it's going to be more effective and deal more damage than when I have the hiker in this slot instead. Now, this Darwinator here, I'm going to keep him in because I think he does more damage than Kelvin does, obviously. And for most of this Brigspedition, I'm most concerned about just dealing a bunch of damage. In fact, what I should probably do the next time that ability materials thing is available is try swapping in my Darwin instead of that Kelvin that I was using. I was using her for the sustainability, but maybe that's the wrong idea. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, first thing this team is going to do is stealth, so we might as well just start by hitting Lloyd anyway. Come in here and there's going to be no counters because why would there be counters? Everybody is in stealth. Also, why would I be able to hit? That's 2 dodges in a row from the enemy Lloyd before we actually get a hit in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and great, take him out. Wonderful. I'm actually completely surprised that I was able to get a hit at all because, you know, he's Lloyd and hitting him is virtually impossible. So Zane, we will focus down. Now we'll spread one of these time bombs out to... Aw, Boo Earns. We spread it out to the hiker. Hiker. Okay, and then we get the Salty Seas clear from the enemy Redbeard. And now we can take out the enemy Redbeard, theoretically. Okay, some good damage there on that AoE since everybody had vulnerable. Great, we put Darwin into stealth. Now, we're going to heal around. like so before we get out of this particular battle. Wu comes in with the hit, followed by Darwin. A pretty clean exit as we move on to our next node. Alright, what are we doing next? Next, I believe, is this fire station node. We are going to have to use a full build team. Builders! I have some of those. Now, actually, I was using my city team as my builder team, but I think I have some stronger characters now. So let's actually figure out who I got, right? Obviously, Master Wu. Duh. Okay, then the rest of my builders... Actually, it looks like my castle team is going to synergize a little bit better. So let's actually swap in those people. Then we'll throw in Zane for some added energy. And then what set do we use here? I guess the Guarded Inn is as good a set as any, since I'm using the Go Busto trio. So yeah, we'll just go with this. I think there should be enough healing here in order for me to keep everybody alive. There should be enough damage. I get to test out my Zane a little bit, since I've been leveling him up. Slowly but surely. Oh, but it's not going to really be a very good test because the enemy team is super weak. Right? If Wu, as good as he is still able to one-shot a character. Well, actually, I guess it wasn't technically one-shotting because he already had half of his health taken away. But you know what I mean. I mean, do. You know what I mean, do. I said I mean, do. You know what I mean, do. Anyone? The original Popeye movie with Robin Williams? Wow. My references are dating me. Although, to be fair, the original Robin Williams Popeye was before my time. My father showed me that movie once upon a time. Because once upon a time has never felt so right. There's a musical theater reference for anybody who got that one. Probably zero of you, actually. Because Brooklyn was a show that very few, if anybody, saw. Although it has just about the highest note ever sung by a woman on stage ever in the history of musical theater. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, you guys aren't here for musical theater. You're here for Legos. The more I talk about musical theater, the more likely you are to turn this stream off. So... I think I'm going to edit this team really quickly here. I'm going to take out the hiker, I'm going to put in my Wu and hit the save button. This way, I can actually have the team ready to go with just a single click. Camlin saw Popeye on Laserdisc. The only one I saw on that format. Wow! How random is that? The one movie that I'm like singing a little song from is the movie that you've seen on Laserdisc, dude. Woo! I remember Laserdiscs in high school, actually. In fact, it was the only place I ever saw them because Laserdiscs are also before my time, really. But they were, it was in my biology class in high school. And they had laser discs, these giant CDs. Those are laser discs, right? The giant CDs that they would show like you know, biology class footage of stuff you were only into if you were into biology at the time. You know what I mean? My fiance just laughed at me because apparently that was a ridiculous statement. But you know what I mean? Biology class was really, really boring unless you happened to be really, really into biology in general. You know what I mean? It's like dissecting bugs and frogs and stuff like that, learning about the circulatory system of the human body and all that jazz. Anyway, I don't mean like the birds and the bees. Everybody's excited about that. You weirdo, judging me over there while you put on your makeup and get ready for your class. She's crazy. I can't take her anyway. All right. Deal the damage to the peg leg. Let's get him out skis of this battleese. Oh, a little too much damage gets done, and we run into the hiker's heel of doom. It's not a heel of doom, really. I just felt like, I guess, being a little bit hyperbolic, maybe? I don't know. That's kind of a big word to say dramatic. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Now let's see if we can take out the locust before... Ugh. Wow. Argenta shoots with her cannon, and all 3 of the enemy targets dodge it. All of them. Every single one. Not 1, not 2, but 3. 3 dodges. Get out of here, you stupid dodge mechanic. Take it out of the game, fools. It's boring. All right, now we come in and attack the hiker. He's the only hiker boy left. And this is why the dodge mechanic is silly, because we still win anyway. What's up, the llama? Oh, the llama! Great. Thank you for following me on Twitch, llama. I appreciate it. Need to grow that Twitch following for reals, especially now that I'm streaming on both. For those of you who are unaware, the llama has joined us on Twitch, as I literally just said. That means you might miss some of her comments that she's posting there, but feel free to still post all of your YouTube comments and whatnot, since I read them out anyway. You guys won't miss each other, I promise you. Right, what was I saying before? Oh, right, still with the dodge mechanic. I know I mentioned this a lot, but here's the thing you have to consider, right? The only thing that dodge can do is make you lose, right? Because if you're relying on the dodge chance to help you win, then your team is probably not very good, since it's RNG based for the dodge mechanic anyway. Which means that when you are on offense, you've either prepared a team that is capable of winning, or you are hoping to get lucky. And if you're hoping to get lucky, then nothing that I say matters, right? Because you're relying on luck. But if you're trying to put together a relatively smart team, then the dodge mechanic is only the dodge mechanic that you're working against, which means that the only team that will truly benefit from it is the defense team, or the team that is being controlled by the computer. And when the team that's being controlled by the computer just arbitrarily lets you miss them from time to time, all it does is, 1, prolong the battle that you were going to win anyway, or take a battle you were going to win and turn it into a loss arbitrarily because your characters just suddenly started to miss. Either one of those situations is a poor situation to be in. Am I wrong? Anyone who disagrees with me, please feel free to put it into chat and go ahead and support it with examples to the best of your ability. But I have a feeling that your ability is going to be less than my ability to trounce your opinions on my stream, because I have a microphone and you have to listen to every word that I have to say. This segment brought to you by Dodge, says Foreigner. Does my fiance play the game too? She used to play the game. She doesn't really play it anymore. He must be sponsored. I should be sponsored by the Dodge mechanic. That's pretty funny, actually. All right. Great. So we've got our little buddy Lloyd in here. We're going to go ahead and stealth everyone. There is, basically no AoE on their team, which is excellent. As long as my buddy Lloyd is just soaking up all of that beautiful, beautiful damage, then great. We're going to avoid Reed while he has dodge chance up, because it's dodge chance up. Go see my previous comments literally 5 seconds ago on why I'm not going to attack any of the characters with dodge. And then we will target all of the characters in this other order. Now we're going to go ahead and focus down our little red spaceman Reed, because between him and the chef, he's the only one that's going to really do any damage. Chef wastes a turn getting a heal off. That's perfectly fine by me. And then we come in and clear out the chef. Brilliant. The llama says double platform streaming has gone to Matt's head, clearly. I'm trying it out. I'm trying it out, llama later. Oh, llama, you're a musical theater fan. I was making musical theater references earlier and there was nobody in the stream who could have appreciated them. Ugh, you joined 2 seconds too late for my Brooklyn reference. A reference to a theater show that if any of you saw, I apologize on behalf of the producers of that show. But I digress. There was also a little bit of reference to the Popeye movie with Robin Williams. We've been talking laser discs and stuff. Oh my goodness, just dating each other. Wow, all right, I was not paying attention to what team this was going to be before I came in here. Okay, so basically, we're gonna have to get lucky is really what this comes down to. We've got to take down one of their tanks before we can get to their Redbeard. And I think that it's going to have to be Scarlet. So, we might actually be able to, though. Yeah, check it out. Brilliant. Scarlet down with only a single counter from their Redbeard. This is excellent. Why is this excellent? Because now we can use our Lucy to stun their Valiant. Oh no, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use our Lucy to just clear out their Redbeard. Wow. Okay, with the exception of the heal that is currently needed by our Argenta, we're doing all right. So now, instead of getting rid of the taunt on Valiant, I am going to... Oof. Or do I just get rid of the taunt on Valiant and then target Argenta with my buddy Ash and my Argenta? It's going to be close, though, if I do that. But I'm going to have to take that risk. I don't have to take that risk. Have to is not the right terminology here. But I did it anyway because there. Oh, a dodge coming from the enemy Argenta. Boo Earns. That's what I have to say about it. Boo to the Earns. We're going to go ahead and take out their Argenta now, however. Their Cook Bart is locked out of using his abilities, so I'm going to add some more debuffs onto the enemy team so that I can then use Salty Seas to get a bigger heal on my Argenta. Now I can heal everybody up with the Mix Master Wu himself. Now we can come in here and... I think we'll go ahead and take out Cook Bart because we can. Great. Now, oof. Now. What I would really actually like is for people to be able to miss in order for me to be able to get a heal off, which means I'm not going to use Wu's ultimate just in case. And then we can do, all right. Well, we got the kill anyway. That means that Argenta is going to be going into the next battle at about half-mast. Hey, there's a pun for you that was unintended because pirates, or was it intended? Scratch that, reverse it. I totally intended that pun. It wasn't by accident at all. I don't care what you say. I totally knew it was happening. Coming in here for this spooky team. Okay, this is a good one. We should hopefully be able to keep our Argenta alive. You'll notice that the healing is a little bit lower using Wu instead of using my Hiker, but the damage is pretty darn good, so we're working it out that way. I'm gonna come in here and I think I'm gonna throw down my Sally Boy. I'm gonna have that Sally Boy taunt right there at the beginning on his first turn and then just soak damage for the whole rest of the time we're here. Why, hello there, been a minute. Boo! Ozzy! What's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a hot second. Ozzy, I switched over and I started streaming on YouTube. That's why you haven't seen me in a while, my man. But now I am dual streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. So I will be back, friendo. Okay. We always have to take out Basil the Batlord first. Oh, there's a dodge. Oh, there's another dodge. Oh, there's another dodge. Guys, what did I say about dodge? I know that my whole team has accuracy down for like 45 years, apparently. But this is still, I mean, come on. So now I'm using my Salty Seas just to get the dodge chance off of everybody because dodge is a terrible mechanic and it needs to be removed from the game. So, we are going to come in here now and actually, I think I'm actually going to remove all of these buffs from Basil the Batlord. Now I know that that will also remove his taunt, meaning that I have to target Burnibus instead, but honestly, that's fine, because I'm going to have to target a tank anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But taking out all of those other buffs that their Basil had That seemed like a bigger deal. He had the prepared, he had the critical damage up, he had a lot of stuff going on. Plus, my Sally Boy can take it, as you just saw. Sally Boy healing himself up for almost 12,000 damage. 12,000 damage, Sally Boy gets back to his health, and we're... I don't know. That's apparently my impression of a drunk baseball newscaster. And we're here in the 7th inning. Cook Bart putting a heel on Sally Boy. Is that the right thing to do? I put it to you, Ed. Well, I don't know, Tom. That's probably not what I would have done, Tom, but I tell you what, Matt is kind of a renegade at this in this here Piptown game. He was, if you remember, he was rocking the city team when the city team was still terrible. Well, if I recall, Tom, the city team is still actually terrible, so it doesn't actually apply to what you just said. Well, you know, you gotta try it every once in a while, or how else would you know? Well, I could have seen it by just looking at all of their mechanics and being able to tell you that the city team was pretty weak. What do you think, Tom? Well, I don't know, Ed. Alright, I've lost my mind. The llama get to use the emotes! Woo! I would say that that would be a poor man's Zap Brannigan. Ozzy. My voice actually kind of naturally sounds like the Zap Brannigan's.
Goodbye, honey.
See you later. Have a good class.
Thank you.
That's my fiance going off to teach like she's want to do. Now I'm gonna come in here and complete this next node and show you why they call me the Velour Fog. Anyone? There's your Zap Brannigan. I'm gonna throw the Yeti into the team. Why? Why? Because I want another tank in here. I met her in a club down in Old Soho, where they drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. C-O-L-A, cola. Alright, so once again, we're trying to take out their Scarlet first. If we can just nuke the crud out of her, then that would be wonderful. Deal damage and extra damage for the debuffs, yes. That's what we're going to try. I know the Yeti has a taunt, but I just need to do all the damage. Look at that. We got extraordinarily lucky there in that we actually managed to get Scarlet completely down without a single counter from the enemy Redbeard. Now, can we... Great. We take out their ability to taunt for the turn. Now we'll throw in a little bit of healing magic from Mixmaster Hu. Now we're going to grab that taunt, because now we have some people starting to get a little bit low, and I don't like it. Look at all of these debuffs on my Redbeard, but I think it's more important on this turn that I actually take out the enemy Redbeard. Brilliant, I do. That's exactly what we needed. Now, we're gonna go ahead and lock everybody out of using their abilities. On my next turn with my Redbeard, I will use the Salty Seas. However, because I do want to get off all of these debuffs, give my team a nice chunky heal before we actually get out of this particular battle. But my team is looking pretty good. The thing that I just need to be careful about... Oh wait, if I exit right now, we'll be okay. Great. So I was gonna say I needed to be careful about all those time bombs that were stacking up on Redbeard, right? He had 3 of them. If all of those were to go off, that would be... What does a time bomb do? Like 20% of your max health, something like that per time bomb? It's a lot, whatever it is. Alright. Coming in here for our final battle, we have 3 guild allies left to use. I'm going to simp one of them, and then I am going to actually use some other ones for real. So, I'm going to go ahead and just waste this guy. Then we will come back in here and use some real allies. I'm probably going to throw in... Ooh, should I throw in a Buddy Highwayman for the extra damage? Or a Buddy Scarlet for the extra survivability? I think I'm actually going to come in here and use an extra Highwayman, to be honest with you. Because we're probably going to win this battle anyway. Let's just do it a little bit faster. All right. Coming on in here. Grabbing this buddy highwayman. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Chicka-doom. Alrighty. So, I had no idea that the governor was so fast. He goes first? That's so fast. You know how fast you have to be to go before Wu and the highwayman? So fast is the answer. So fast. But now we're actually going to try to take out non-such first. I will not put my highwayman into stealth because I want him to be out and about dealing damage earlier in the game. Great. 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 Now we're going to come back in here and finish off the Governator. Give Cook Bart a healy heal heal. We'll get the Governator out. That means exactly what you just saw, but we're going to go ahead and remove that taunt so that we can now target Private Lecroix. You think Private Lecroix is... What are they supposed to be like conquistador style, right? I suppose. Tierney? T-I-E-R-N-E-Y? It doesn't strike me as particularly Spanish, but hey, I'm not an expert on these things. You tell me if I am getting it incorrect. I'm going to go ahead and use a heal here just to sort of get all of the refreshes going, right? Let's top up the team before the enemy pirates come in. Now we can come in and take out this Tierney boy. Ooh. I think now I'm going to go ahead and put him into stealth. The hope being that I can take down Lee Tierney, before... Yes? Oh, come on. Oh, Boo earns. Was really hoping to take out Lee Tierney right before my highwayman got an attack in there, but it might be okay. So, we're going to add a little bit of damage here, a little bit more damage. Great. Now, can we take out the Redbeard in one fell swoop? Cross your fingers. Boom goes the dynamite. Yes, Camlin, I was thinking that they might be French as well. Lecroix, Tierney, that it does strike me as more Spanish. I mean, sorry, more French than anything else. But I just wasn't sure based on the style of their clothing and Valiant's helmet. Valiant's helmet to me looks like all the pictures of the Spanish conquistadors that you see in, like, you know, history class. But I could be very wrong. It's entirely possible that lots of different people were using those helmets back in that time. Okay. Clearing out Scarlet. Now, let's get the Hankinator out. I don't need to worry about healing up my highwayman anymore because we're gonna be out in a second anyway, and I lost some people on the last board, as you all are very, very aware. So, trying to clear out another level without losing anybody is kind of irrelevant. But at the same time, we can auto battle this. Cook Bart does his heal as his automatic choice. Cook Bart is now down, and we have completed our Brixpedition map for today. Where doth that leave us? 52 out of 50 Magisto's Tower tiles, so I now have enough to get my Magisto's Tower up to 4 stars. That's pretty nice if I want to use it. Garmadon, 60 out of 35. I have enough to get him up to 3 stars. It's going to be a long farm for anybody who's actually trying to farm Garmadon. You get 1 tile per day. That's well over a year that you have to farm in order to get him to 7 stars. So just keep that in mind. Supports Ninjago and Techie heroes today get a bonus in the Excavaciones. Oof. Okay, and last row of people who get a bonus. Over 1,000,000 total awesomeness. Oh, look at this. All foes are inflicted with buff immunity for 2 turns. Doesn't even matter what the other 2 things are. All foes being inflicted with buff immunity for 2 turns is just like a guaranteed win of map 7. I like it. I will take it because map 7 is so hard with those ninjas at the end. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. So again, this is an indication that perhaps the balancing of the game, of the Brixpedition in particular, needs to have another look taken. Because the fact that I need to rely on that buff immunity in order to complete it is really not how it should be, right? It should be hard, but it should be doable every week. And then you put the buff immunity in there, and it just completely negates all of the difficulty of the entire map. So, is it fun every once in a while to get that bonus? Yeah, for sure it is. To just come in there and absolutely demolish all of the enemy teams sometimes feels really, really good. But generally speaking, that's a lot, right? And it's a lot to rely on. But anyway, where are we at now? We've done all of our dailies, we've done a couple of arena battles, we have completed our Brixpedition event, and there is no more news to throw out. That means we have come to the end of today's morning build. But I will be back on Saturday at 9 a.m. New York time. That means we'll be right at the end of the Basil Brick Pace event when we come back, just finishing those up, so we'll be able to see how many tiles I was able to acquire of Basil the Bat Lord. We also might, hopefully, cross your fingers, have some more information about the Waf Woo experience, what happened with them, if there are going to be new people replacing them and who those people are permanently, in addition to any more information about the ghost, whether or not he has already started to filter into the game, because they mentioned that his patch might drop, or his update might drop towards the end. It's kind of unclear if it's supposed to drop right after Basil ends or right as Basil is ending. But anyway, we're hoping that Saturday morning gives us a bit more information into the goings-on of the game in particular. I know many of you who have had many questions about that. But until Saturday, folks, sayonara. I'll see you soon.